So, Hotline Miami 2 is about expectations. It's a sequel, so a lot of players and press and everyone playing it has a lot of expectation, what it should be, what it shouldn't be. It's also wanted to incorporate it into the game, so all the characters in the game have their own expectations and their own motivations and dream and what they want out of their part in the game. There's going to be a lot of playable characters for this one, not just one. They will all have different stories, and yeah. So in the demo we show two of the factions that will be in the final game. The first one is the Pig Butcher that we showed in the first trailer we did. And his story is about this film crew doing their own version of what happened in Hotline Miami 1. But they turn it into this 90s slasher movie like Friday the 13th, and Pig Butcher is the, the main character in that one. So the trailer that is for Hotline Miami 1 is actually the trailer for the movie. That's why we state based on true events, because it is within the universe. And the second group you will be playing as is we call them the fans. So they want to be part of this vigilante movement that happened in the first game, but they kind of missed it. But they hope and think there's somewhere out there's still guys doing these phone calls. So they are driving around in their car wearing masks, beating up thugs that they can find, like low-life thugs, robbers and drug dealers, and hopefully get enough attention from media so that they will one day get that call and be part of the whole vigilante movement. So the fans, they symbolize as people that want Hotline Miami 2 to be exactly like Hotline Miami 1. Like you collect masks and you get phone calls and stuff like that. And so you unlock masks for the fans, you unlock new characters, and for the Zebra, for example, his perk is that he can jump through windows, so you can enter a stage from different angles. You don't have to go through the front door, and in the same way he can jump through windows within the stage, like do shortcuts and stuff like that. So we really worked on, because there's only 4 characters of the fans, so we really tried to make their perks really different and cool. So the reason why we did a sequel is we had a lot of backstory when we were doing the first game, and just us talking about like characters that could be, or what is this character really about and stuff like that. So we started doing another game right after Hotline Miami, but we couldn't stop talking about Hotline Miami 2, and we felt like it's a really good idea and we can make a really awesome game about it that has a purpose, like both for the story for the first game, but also for us, like trying to evolve and how we can use the gameplay and how we tell the story in the first game, and try to do something different. Like try to make people feel other like emotions, not just being freaked out by all the gore and like feeling uncomfortable. We want to try to add other emotions like sadness and yeah. How did we cope with expectations for the sequel? We don't really want to think about it a lot. We didn't think about it for the first game, and we don't think about it for the second one. We know what we want to make out of the game, what it should be about and how it should be played and the story, and we're gonna stick to our guns, and that's what we did with the first game, and I think people will love it. Of course there will be people that is gonna say this and that, or it's missing this and I wish you did that, but there's no point. Like, what can we do? We can only do the things that we want to do, and I think a lot of people that love the first game will love the second game. The gameplay is intact and stuff like that. So this sequel is the last game of Hotline Miami. this is the rest of the stuff that we want to tell people, and this is the rest of the story that we have. So we feel like this will pretty much wrap it up in a way. We'll still give players loose ends and make the story vague so people can talk about it afterwards, because that's what we loved about the first game, and like give people an experience that they have to think about and evaluate and like put your own personal stuff in. So that will be the same with the sequel, but it will have an end, a proper end.